again. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Break. 51. Man, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 6 catches, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Elliott, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First down, Dallas.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Let's set it tall, fellas. Let's set it tall. Fire.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 14. Now.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Here we go. 8-3.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught off the deflection. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Check tight.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll start out with great...
Let's go now. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Strip that ball.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Let's go.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year, but he's really on the uptick. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Again, it's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job, fellas. Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
51 to Mike.
Big grip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Completes it to Jason Witten. A gain there of 21 yards.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.